go to page 125 in your journal and get the definition for the nth root of a and the index of a radical. Once you have those definitions, look at the core concepts below, talking about nth roots of a. If n is an even integer, I'm going to give you some examples so you can see what these words mean. The first one, if we look at the square root of -2, the square root would be n is even and -2 is less than 0. There are no solutions to this because it's imaginary. Then if we look at the square root of 0, we know that that equals 0. So that would be the second part. And the last one would be the square root of 4 would equal plus or minus 2. So you know you have two solutions there. Then looking at when n is an odd integer, we'll just take the cube root for an example. And the cube root of -8 is -2. The cube root of 0 is 0. And the cube root of +8 is just 2. So no matter what, if you have an odd integer for the nth root, you only have one solution. Now go to example 1 in your notes packet and follow along. For part A, we need to look at n equals 3, which is odd, and A is -216, which is less than 0. So if you look back at your chart in your journal, you can see that there's going to be one real root here. And to find that root, we would take the cube root of -216. And I know that this equals -6 to the third power, so this would be -6. Looking at part B, I see that n is even and a is greater than 0. So looking at my chart here, I know there's going to be two real roots. And to do that, I need to think, well, what number to the fourth power must equal 81? So that would be 3 to the fourth. So the fourth root of 81 is plus or minus 3.